First, I want to give such warm virtual hugs to everybody out there, and thank you so much. I am Candace Briscoe-Orphey, and welcome to my YouTube channel, Just My Perspective. This is the destination where we will discuss small topics. You all are welcome to even approach me with a topic that you feel as though I can have a more understanding answer to. Trust me, I love those because it honestly warms my heart. Because I feel as though you trust me with an honest answer. And I can respect that because I love people who don't mind criticism or hearing my point of view, because sometimes it's good to hear that. You know, like I had to endure knowing that, hey, in order to see my truth and know my truth, I have to respect the criticism. I'm not perfect, Candace. I mean, a lot of us think we are. And us as women definitely feel like we're always right. So, on that note, I will start off by saying a little bit about me. I'm a woman of many journeys, experiences that's happened in my life. And I will repeatedly tell anybody, I am nobody's perfectionist. But if my testimonial stories are wisdom that was taught to me, and all the errors and lessons that I've gone through along the way helps you, just makes my purpose of wanting everyone to grow and go beyond that stepping stone, that darkness that's shielding them from moving on and being better. I will continue doing this for that purpose because I feel like that's my purpose here. So on another note, I'm pretty sure for those who don't know me or know the old me might be saying, who are you? And it's fine. So I'm gonna break it down like I made a little flow for y'all of who I am and who I've become. Because a lot of people can't touch the new me because I've secluded myself to only positive vibrations. So those who may know me now, it's because they, developed that trust of me having them around the new me. Positive energy, positive vibes only. So I will start with an introduction such as this. I am someone who swam through the darkest moments of nearly drowning, in the darkest depths of so many life tests, and made them into testimonies. I have been that abused child and that abused spouse. And I turned to be that woman that chose not to be a victim, but a victor. I am also, unfortunately, a mourning mother of a son that I've lost. And I created that strength to stand by those who have gone or been through the same mental state, because it's something you have to manage. It's not easily worked on. Also, I am, of course, a black woman who gives and gave her all for the little of 36 years young of my life that could not withstand a day. I am me, and she is me. The once silent introvert that concealed so much worry and pain into speaking out now. I was so overwhelmed with the being strong because I'm a true empath. And I would give anybody who knows me in my past, I would give them my last dime. Shirt off my back. Roof, food, bed, no charges. And even knowing those I've done for, showed they despised me, and I knew they wouldn't even return the favor, but still in all, I stuck by them. And I kept favoring and favoring in hopes of them realizing they have people out here that actually cares, to not be stumped on. But that comes to this topic, and I felt like I picked this topic because it's something that people need to know, so they don't feel like the bad guy for wondering, like, why do people find it so hard to just actually be true with themselves? Like, what is so hard to say, hey, I was wrong. I need to accept that I got something messed up in me, and that I keep ruining relationships and friendships and situationships and families. I am doing this, and it has to be something within me that needs some work. And unfortunately, a lot of people don't want to face that man in the mirror. Michael Jackson been spoke on that. Like, a lot of people refuse to face it. Nobody's perfect, so of course, if they feel like they're perfect already, why would they look in the mirror? So that's when I had to discover that's just how life's gonna have to go. You can't change everybody. You want everybody to come, but they can't come with you. Everybody's not going to have that understanding as fast as you do. And unfortunately, I had to learn that. But let me not get too far off topic. So let's begin the discussion topic. And it was from my YouTube. Check it out. I have a Facebook group called Unapologetically Rising. So please check that out. You can just add yourself on up in there, and that'll be an easier way too if you want to do a topic that you want me to discuss, because you can do it anonymously. Also, if you just feel like doing it quickly, you don't mind not being anonymous, leave it in the comments. I'm cool with that. That's fine. But this person wanted to know, why do people refuse to do what's right? Why they refuse to accept their wrongs? Now, I'm not gonna lie, I was thinking all kind of ways, because I'm just like, okay, now I'm sounding like a negative Nancy, because I'm like really upset, because I'm thinking like all the stuff I've been through, and I'm like, girl, that was a good topic, but I don't know which angle to go with. And I chose this morning, like, I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna just speak this session off from the heart and from what's in my spirit, because it's the only way to go, you know. And I just feel like the message should start off with something that deeply needs to be said. Part of the reasons most people refuse to accept their wrongs is simply because their mindset wants to remain stuck in rehearsing their trauma on replay. So they don't have to face the present actions. I'll say it again. Part of the reason a lot of people refuse to accept any type of wrongdoing, saying, and action is because they like to rehearse the same trauma and the same things that created them to do this play of repeat. Okay? What I'm saying is, many people choose to turn the tables around, but then there are those, instead of turning them into the right way, they like to turn the tables into recreating and replaying hurt, trauma as fuel for more drive to reach the sympathy victim playing level, instead of using it as drive to reach higher heights. I say this because a lot of people do not they've been doing it so long, they don't even recognize that the rehearsal should be over. It's time to face reality. The act is up. We are in a season, honey, of awakening and true purpose. And they gonna just have to learn how to catch up, because we all doing it. You know what I'm saying? Like, we all catching our points in our life where it's catch up time. If you're entertaining it, you're now the person who won't face the facts of it. I need sympathy, because I know you went through this, but I went through this type of person that always put their story before another, not realizing that we all had our chapters. We all had our tests that turned into testimonies. We all still go through challenges after challenges of trying to keep up with strength, to make people understand that you're not the only one, okay? Hell, they got a Me Too groups. They got Black Lives. They got so many groups out here trying to get everyone together as much as possible to have a better mind frame. And you still have those that's in the midst still feel like it's all about them, though. They don't want to take their story and make it into a purpose. Because that's, for the people who like to go to the Bible a lot, that's basically what the Bible is, okay? It was a guidebook, so we don't end up making those same mistakes or learning some lessons along our way, so we can have a guide, an actual guide ahead of before it got chopped and screwed. I want to say that too. Before it got chopped and screwed 100 times, okay? It was just genuine, true stories from those people, and they letting you know that, yeah, he made a way out of no way. I didn't even think I was worthy, but the universe called for me to be one of his chosen ones. All right, so that's all I'm saying. Like, stop living in trauma and taking it out on people that didn't even cause it. That is why it's so hard for people to face their actions when they do it to other people. They still living off of what someone did them about 5 or 16 years ago, and you were probably nowhere around, and they're blaming their whole life on you. And all you wanted to know probably was why they didn't grab bread before home, and it turned into a whole argument or a dispute amongst, it could be personal, and it can be a mature conversation among the two of you, but it turns into a whole charade of shenanigans, unfortunate situations, and tension and vibes, to where people don't even want to be around it, when it could have just been simple. Somebody who knew and saw these actions ahead of time, address it when it wasn't fixed and you didn't want to face it, instead of feeding into it every time. Because that's the thing. A lot of people want to sit there and not even recognize that they're the ones that added on to what's going on too in those type of situations. Yes, this person don't want to face their true nature of being selfish or inconsiderate, arrogant, feeling like they're always right and argumentative. But it took somebody that was before this person and this person that could have said, hey, get it together, and didn't entertain it no more. Because now you didn't develop a habit. Well, they're just going to keep doing the same thing till they wear the next person weary and they don't even want to be bothered again. So they're used to this routine. And they feel like that's life. They're accustomed to running people off. But as long as they get what they can get at that moment out the people that they're doing it to, they're going to keep doing the replay. They're going to keep rehearsing their play. And as long as you feed it, and as long as you endure it, and you sympathize towards it, the longer it's going to keep going. Because they're not going to ever gonna look into changing. You can't change nobody, so they have to change. They have to want that change. So if they're not wanting to change and they're accustomed and they're comfortable and you're accepting it and you're willing to be okay with the moment of them not facing their truth, you're accepting of it. Now you have to put on accountability for your actions. It's all I'm saying. Many people choose to turn the tables around, but then there are those, instead of turning them into the right way, they like to turn the tables into recreating and replaying hurt, trauma as fuel for more drive to reach the sympathy victim playing level, instead of using it as drive to reach higher heights. I say this because a lot of people do not they've been doing it so long, they don't even recognize that the rehearsal should be over. It's time to face reality. The act is up. We are in a season, honey, of awakening and true purpose. And they gonna just have to learn how to catch up, because we all doing it. You know what I'm saying? Like, we all catching our points in our life where it's catch up time. If you're entertaining it, you're now the person who won't face the facts of this person.